Welcome back to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights 2 Original Campaign. This is Big Los. We're talking to Khralver Irlingstar, and he's going to take us to Sydney Natale. So we're ready to go, but we have to take Zhjaeve and Qara with us for some unknown reason. So here we are, but before we talk to the guy again, let's click on this ore over here. Get the 50 XP that we normally get when we click on it, and now we're going to put on the buffs in the regular manner. Now we don't have to cut away because we don't have as many party members, so we'll just put these buffs on. Let's see, I guess we'll do shield, improved mage armor, a bunch of stone skin. I think that's about it for Qara.
Well
now the captain needs to clear out some of his inventory. Now, we bought a bunch of these crafting components back in the merchant quarter, so let's just give them to Qara to free up a little bit of room. Yeah, that too. Now, most of these gems can go into the bag of holding. So let's open that up. Throw these in here. Let's see, I think we could throw the Umber Hulk hides in too. I think that's about it for right now.
Yes.
Now, Zhjaeve, I think we're going to have her cast Shield of Faith. Now, it's set on spontaneous conversion, so I'm going to click that off. And then we're going to go to the silent spells, and we're going to use the two Shield of Faith's silent spell that we prepared for level 2 spells, and then we'll use the last Shield of Faith. Well, actually there's 2 left, but one more, and then we'll cast Owl's Wisdom and Prayer to give a couple of buffs. Now we could use the Captain's Scavenger Blessing, but since Zhjaeve prepared Mass Aid and Bless, I guess we might as well use them. And I don't think there's really any more buffs we could be putting on. So we'll just put these buffs on. Now, they sure do give us a lot of time to put on buffs before Sydney actually shows up. Okay, we have this Mask of the Skull that Qara was wearing earlier, so we're going to give that to Zhjaeve. And we'll equip that on Zhjaeve so she has one casting a Finger of Death. Better than nothing, I guess. Could be a last resort type thing. And I think that's about it for putting buffs on.
Yes.
Well now, what do you want?
Okay, so we'll talk to this guy again, and this should be the place, huh? It looks like a dead end. Oh, and there is Miss Sydney herself. Don't shoot him, he's just the messenger, so he goes away, probably never to be seen again. And now we'll get to talk to Sydney and her companion, Jalboun of the Two Blades. So he's a bodyguard for her. We'll ask Sydney about why she needs him. And then we can get some influence with Qara by threatening to throw him to her for target practice. And she says she doesn't need to practice much. It should only take about 1 or 2 hits to kill him. She's probably right. So she has these scrolls with the true names of Garius and the various Shadow Reavers. The people in Luskan attempted to use them, but I guess they couldn't pronounce them correctly enough, so they deemed them useless. However, Sydney recovered them and is now asking Zhjaeve if she could use them. so Zhjaeve can't pronounce them. So she wants to capture Zhjaeve, but Qara and the captain are no longer necessary. She's going to attempt to eliminate both of them. And now we find out that Sydney has created this Animus elemental, and
Yes.
we have to defeat it. So we'll have Qara cast Disintegrate on it. That always works pretty
Stick with
well.
me. Come on. Follow along.
And then I want to put the captain behind this Animus elemental to get some sneak attack damage. Let's see. Very difficult, huh? I guess we could try to slay living. For some reason, critical hits and sneak attacks work against this elemental, even though I don't think it's a living creature. What do we get? Darkness cast on it? Well, so much for that thing. I don't think we took too much damage, and Zhjaeve looks like summoned a horned devil. Alright. So if you offer to double Sydney's wages, then he will turn on her, and now he's an NPC in your party. Now, the goal here is to keep this guy alive, because he could become a sergeant at the keep if you can keep him alive. So I'm gonna have Qara
That is
cast
within my power.
mage armor and stone skin on him to give him a little bit of
Let us
extra
attack.
defense. And then in the meantime, we will attempt to defeat Sydney and these Luskan assassins that she's had hidden the whole time. So, looks like Zhave's cast Firestorm. What else should she cast? Oh, Hammer of the Gods. This would be probably a good time to use this. Yeah, I guess we could target all those assassins over there, that group. And I'm guessing they're going to be blocking Sydney.
I could do that.
And let's have the captain go ethereal so he can get some real good sneak attack damage going. Now, unfortunately, you can't control Jalboun of the two blades, but you can, I guess, tell him to stand his ground or attack. The thing is, you have to put these buffs on him so he doesn't die right away. Oh, and he did get a knockdown on Sydney. Hey, where'd you go? Why is the captain knocked down? Oh. Oh, she's still there. Oh, okay. Let's see, I think those Luskan assassins, they should be attacking somebody, but it looks like they're not. Let's have Qara use that Dominate Person spell that I picked a while back on all three of them. Yeah, that green one right there. If it works on just one of them, that's an extra NPC that we can use. Oh, Captain, what happened? You got a bunch of debuffs put on you. Alright, I guess we'll have Zhjaeve put Lesser Restoration, see if that helps. And then we'll have you go over here. Oh, looks like she cast her own Horned Devil, and now it's chasing the captain.
Let's have at it.
So it's hard to tell which one's which. Oh, great. She disappeared again. And now she's over by the entrance. Okay. Okay, looks like we dominated one of them.
You know nothing, Academy living, cantrip casting, soft.
Qara, tell him to attack anybody.
Attack!
Damnation!
So where's Sydney? Is Sydney in the shape of that horn devil? Oh, Qara, you're taking a lot of damage. Just move out of here. Okay, Zhjaeve, you cast... Oh, you're already casting heal, okay. That should get Qara back up to full hit points. Yep, that's it. Great, where did she go now? Okay, there's a horn devil over here. Okay, somebody died. Was that Qara? Jalboun's down to 5 hit points. Let's see if we can heal him up. Let's see. Do you have destruction cast on you? No? Oh, Sydney's dead now. And we got Jalboun with 5 hit points left. How fortunate. We get 500 XP for that. Yep. Now we've found these true names on this scroll, I guess. Oh, now we gotta pay this guy 1,000 gold pieces. Instead, let's offer him a job at Crossroad Keep. You know, since he did a good job stabbing her in the back. Yeah, I do mean it. We could use you as a sergeant. Just go and tell Kana. Alright. Now, let's find some treasure. We got a ring. We got a resurrection scroll. And a gem. I guess we'll just give that to Zhjaeve. Okay, so what do we got? A ring of power. Kind of like the lesser ring of power, except you get freedom of movement and you get resistance cold, electrical, and fire 15.
Let
so
me lead the way.
It's a lot better.
Behind.
Now this other ring of power, should we give it to Qara? No, she's got some pretty good rings as is.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, Zhjave's not wearing
on?
a ring, so we could give it to her.
Yes.
Alright, she doesn't need to wear the ring of protection because she's using a cloak of fortification, which also gives 2 to deflection bonus.
Well now, what do you want?
What is this? Deflections and dispellings? Oh, okay. It's a bunch of crafting recipes. Let's get some of these other treasure bags before we leave the area. We got another gem. What's this? And some gold. So that's all I got from this. Well, I did get the true name scroll, so that's pretty good. Okay, we don't have any more descriptions for her. She's dead, and we're just gonna leave her here for the wolves. Yep. Dart a stunning. Well, that should be good for selling since I don't really use darts. Now, what character would be suitable for using darts? I'm not sure. Oh, here's Ammon.
Did the Husk Tower mage offer anything of value?
Yeah, kind of, but she also tried to kill us. And she tried to kidnap Zhjaeve at the same time.
Know that we gained much that could allow us to defeat the Shadow Reavers.
Indeed. And what might that be?
Oh, she has their names, so we know what to call them when we're asking them not to attack us.
Their true names? Show them to me.
Know that I am entrusted with them and will keep them with me. They have not been copied elsewhere. What I hold is the only record of them.
Yeah, you know what? I think we should trust each other if we are to survive, so stop squabbling.
A wise decision. Let me read these. They might work. It is a slim chance, but better than nothing.
These names carry power, and they are our salvation in this war. Furthermore, you know this. I can see in your gaze and hear it in your words. I recognize the script these names are written in, and how they may be shaped with voice. I may use them when the time is right, and know that I am the only one who can do it.
You are mistaken. I think you will find the secrets of that script are as apparent to me as they are to you, so either you or I could use them as weapons, which I think benefits us both.
Then we shall each be armed for the battle that awaits. Provide me with my own scroll with the names, and we shall each carry them as blades.
That is a task for Aldenon. I have more important matters than to serve as your scribe. In the meantime, I think your Lieutenant Kana has had some success in tracking the Reaver's movements. I would go see her, then we can decide on our next course of action.
That sounds like a good idea. Let's go talk to Kana. But first,
Yes?
let's see if you have anything different to say.
He is a Beatazu, and his lies are only that, lies.
Well,
No doubt.
okay, I don't think anything else has changed here. Let's just move on. And we don't need all these buffs on right now, so we'll just rest so we don't look like we have stone skin on when we do cutscenes. Let's see, who could get that one?
Yes.
What's going on?
No, I'll have to find
I believe
another
so.
party member who's not wearing a belt to give that to. Alright, so let's go on inside. And we'll have a word with Kana.
Knight Captain, welcome back. Have you found what you needed to counter the Shadow Reavers?
Yes, I have. They are right here.
Excellent. I've had our scouts scouring the lands for the Reavers. They are elusive, but we've tracked one of their number. It patrols with a large force near Crossroad Keep. I'll mark the position on your map. We only know its general location, so be careful not to stumble into a trap. Perhaps Guyven, or the infernal one, Mephasm, could help. Good luck in your hunting, Captain.
Okay, that's some good advice. We'll go ask them about it. Oh, you got something else from David, huh? Oh, we got a ring of positive thinking. Well, I'll check those things out later. Alright, let's have a report. Okay, our unit strength is now up to very high. We got 436 Grey Cloaks. Everything's been constructed except for the tower and the church. But we don't have enough gold right now to reconstruct those things. So let's assign these new sergeants that I got. We'll put Light of Heavens on recruiting because that's what she's best at. And then we'll talk about Jalboun. He's best on special missions, so let's put him there. And she's happy to be sending him away, far away. And Kana says that Bevil's going through something right now that's bugging him, and it's reducing his effectiveness, so we're going to go talk to him a little bit later. Okay. And I think that's about it. Let's see, did anybody else change their tune? What about you, Torio? No, it's pretty much the same. Alright, so let's have a word with Guyven of the Road. No, I don't want to close the door. I want to tell this guy that I found the clearing with the Wendersnaven. Since you're a gnome, you should be very interested in that. Okay, this guy is very long-winded. Yeah, we got one more location to tell him. I guess we'll find out about it later. Okay, and if we ask him about how to track down a Shadow Reaver, he will segue into a story from his past, when he was living the pirate life, I suppose. Okay. So, he's saying that they set up an ambush on some jungle island for the Luskans when he was a pirate with Ruatheme. So, he's asked, what could they have done differently? And I say, well, they could have not attacked Ruatheme to begin with. And he said, no, well, yeah, but that's not the point. He's saying if they circled around the island and came at them from a different direction that they weren't expecting, they would not have fallen into those ambushes. And I say it's easier still to burn down the jungle. So he's saying what he's trying to tell us by metaphor is that we should attack them from behind, since they won't be expecting it. They'll only be expecting dead things from the mirror, which is at their backs. They'll be expecting a straight-on assault from the keep, so we're going to have to outflank them, basically. Okay, and now I'm going to want to craft a belt of Cloud Giant Strength and a Nymph Cloak plus 8. And I have all the components to do that, but I don't have the men to do it. So let's put in Eleni and Kelgar. Okay, that's the Shadow Reaver camp. We can go there right now if we wished. That's the Circle of the Mare, and that's the Ironfist Stronghold. We'll be going there in the next episode. Yeah, let's go back to the courtyard. Now, we only have 2 leather hides.
The men here call you Knight Captain, and these walls are yours. You have come far.
Follow me.
Now, I think we're going to need another leather hide for the belt, so let's go buy another one. Let's see. I don't think this guy sells leather hides because he only sells weapons, so I guess we're going to have to go over to Idario and buy it. Okay, there it is. And now let's go have a word with Bevil since his effectiveness was reduced. Let's see if we can get to the bottom of what's eating at him. Okay. How do I ask someone to give their life for you like that? Well, some things are just worth dying for, and that gets us a point towards the good. And she wants Bevil to lead the men. Many deaths await before my tasks are done. That's pretty funny. No, I have confidence in you, Bevil. You can do it. What are they training you in these days? Or ever considered adventuring with me again? Thanks, but no. Okay, now what are they training you in these days? Yeah, I know she's training you to be a sergeant. I asked her to. Okay. Now, if you pick the second one, that'll increase you towards the good. I think another one increases you towards lawful. And I'm not really sure what the other two do. Okay, and then if you go into why did you join the Grey Cloaks, it'll go into what is really bothering Bevil. Oh, so you got kidnapped and were interrogated, huh? And they tortured you. So how did you escape? They just left you. They left you to bleed. Oh, so that's how the Githyanki knew about the shards, huh? Now, what you say here could improve Bevil's effectiveness or reduce it. So if you tell him you're weak, if you fail and break, I'll find someone to replace you, that'll shake his confidence even more and he will be even less effective. But if you say you can overcome your problems, then his effectiveness has now improved. Alright, so let's go back to the basement. Alright, so I think we have everything we need.
Yeah?
I'm gonna have you craft a Umber Hulk tower shield. Let's see, you put that those leather hides in there.
Let me lead the way. You follow behind.
And we're gonna need a radiant water essence. Although we don't have one. I think we can get one from that frost giant head though that we bought. I don't even think... Yeah, we got some glowing water essences. We could turn those into radiant water essences, but we're fortunate enough to find that one. So that's our radiant water essence. And then we need to put in a bell drill.
I believe so.
And then we need to cast Eagle Splendor. But wait a minute. Can Qara cast those things?
What's going on?
Let's see. No, you don't have Bull Strength or Eagle Splendor. We're going to have to go get sand. Alright, we'll do that in the next episode at the beginning. This is Big Los signing off. Thanks for watching. See you next time when we can finally craft those items. And Tango un buen dia.